The Fresh Toones Music Show is underwritten by the Animation Workshop at Animated Studio, providing animation instruction since 1993. Please visit their website at animatedstudio.com. Welcome to the Fresh Toones Show. My name is Dave Paltz, and I've got some good energy today. I've got a new term that a lot of folks may never have heard of. It's a Buddhist concept. It's called Papancha. If you haven't heard of that term before, and one of the meanings is that our minds have a tendency to respond to experiences with an avalanche of mental chatter spinning around, especially if it's a frustrating experience. For example, if we have a minute feeling of frustration, that can turn into a vortex or over-consuming frustration and self-criticism. So after being exposed to this concept of Papancha in a book by Rick Rubin, very well-known record producer and a very creative person, he wrote a book called The Creative Act, A Way of Being. And it's actually stimulated a number of my recent songs reading the book. And he presents this concept. So from my own experiences of having fallen into this Papancha energy, it immediately inspired me to write a song about those experiences that I remember pretty well, of when something was so frustrating to me. And maybe I didn't feel I had handled something as well as I could. Those things just kept spinning in my mind all into the nighttime and sometimes for days. And it happened at a time when COVID was going on, so there was a lot of things going on. But I eventually was able to claw my way out of being wrapped up in those thoughts by doing some creative things, by sitting down and talking to myself about them or writing about them. Often I'm sharing with other folks. For 13 years, I worked as a counselor at the Rochester Psych Center, so I was constantly trying to work with folks and help them to come to a point where things felt better for them in their lives. Well, I had to do that for myself, and it took me quite a while to do for one time. So when I read about this thing called Papancha in Rick Rubin's book, it inspired this song. Without too much more talking about the concept, I'm going to share this song of mine called Papancha's Curse. And I just wrote it just a couple days ago, and I was working on doing the editing and putting the music together, and wasn't quite sure if I was done with it, but I wanted to add it in today's radio show, so I worked on it some today, and this is what I've got so far. Papancha's Curse. Papancha swamp engulfs our thoughts. Like fishing net, her prey is caught. A mind in spit, an exit sought. An avalanche, direction lost. There seemed no way to gain escape. The chasm's wide, the caverns deep. To find oneself in such a plight, it circles round, awake at night. Papancha, she's not kind. She loves a tortured mind. When her grasp takes hold, accept your fate is what you're told. But we must create a way that fears. The stomach punch that brought us tears can be absorbed if we make sure not be consumed to do our work. Papancha, she's not kind. She loves a tortured mind. When her grasp takes hold, Accept your fate is what you're told. But we'll pick up and find our way. We'll do what's needed, done today. Our focused mind will find resolve. Calm the demands of Papancha's cruise. Well, I certainly gave quite an introduction to this show today and what the meaning of Papancha is. I'll try to keep this a little bit shorter going into this next song. One of the things that I was interested in the Pali language that this word came from, it means that there's a monkey mind or a snow globe that is constantly being shaken up. And I thought, boy, those are pretty strong visual indications of what that word means. I'm going to jump right into this next song. It's called Vexated Days, and vexated is not really a word, but I created it for a poem that I wrote, and it seemed to describe pretty well what I was feeling at the time. Everything was in turmoil. My mind was spinning with things that I thought I could have done better, and I couldn't get rid of them, and the computer was dying, and everything seemed to be going wrong, and I wrote this song called Vexated Days. Gray, vexated days. Hope is lost her way. Blessings now forgot. The fruit has no taste. Setbacks seem to have come to stay. I can't get away from these sour days. I must rinse the bitter taste. To sit idle is just a waste. To do will bring the new. Let me sing a song for you. Raise up your hope. Seek out your love. Reach out your hand and become the song. New day, it's a brand new day. If we sing, we can find a way. Let your voice have its say. Let your love lead the way. Well, one of the things I learned in my experience with Papancha, being frustrated and being angry, sometimes angry with myself, and maybe too super critical of myself, to get out of that loop, I sat down and I wrote a song that was speaking to other folks, but within that crowd of other folks was me, and it's called Be Kind to Yourself. Be kind to yourself. Forgive oneself. Make amends. stay connected. Seek help when overwhelmed. Hear the voice that tells you, seek your love and it will come. Be kind to your mind. Take some time. Feel the breeze. Rest your wits and be at ease. Reach out and stay connected. Seek help when overwhelmed. Hear the voice that tells you, seek your love and it will come. Spin your wheels no more. Lift the trap door. Leave the mind loops behind. Break the chain, read the signs that say reach out and stay connected. Seek help when overwhelmed. Hear the voice that tells you, seek your love and it will come. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Well, I think being kind to yourself is an important thing to be able to come out of Papancha's claws or grasp. And of course, being a Buddhist concept, one of their suggestions for finding some way out of this monkey mind is to do meditation. And I certainly regularly meditate every morning, and I think that it's helped quite a bit. Anything like that you can get into a habit of bringing yourself down and slowing things down, I think is helpful. This is a little poem I wrote about meditation. Meditation. Meditation has come to call, to summon you to breathe it all. Ruminations are your friend, to clarify what you've been sent. Reflections in your thoughts above can bring you peace, can bear your love. With tranquil Zen-like mastery, a raptured joy might come to be. So breathe in depth, like all depended. Take time to nurse a life transcended. Well, during that time when I was experiencing Papancha, and my mind was spinning and running the same loop over and over of how I had failed to be everything that I could be, there was this song by Bob Dylan that became almost a meditative song for me to sing. It's called I Shall Be Released. Yes, everything can be replaced, yet every distance is not near. So I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west unto the east. Any day Any day now I shall be released. They say every man he needs protection. They say every man he must fall. Yet I swear I see my reflection someplace so high above this wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Standing next to me in this lonely crowd is a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him shout so loud, crying out that he'd been framed. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. This is the Fresh Toones Show, and the theme for today's show is called Papancha's Curse. And it refers to this Buddhist concept that our minds can become overoccupied with the same thoughts and kind of run loops and be kind of a monkey mind, not controlled and with no focus, just because we become so consumed in those frustrations or thoughts that we can't get rid of. Well, eventually I found a way to be released, and it was through writing songs and singing songs and painting and the creative process. I've had a number of Papancha experiences in my life where my mind was consumed with things that I couldn't figure out and just ran a loop about what was I going to do, and not getting much sleep and not resolving much. I'm going to play this one more song that is really strongly about this subject of Papancha, and then I'm going to finish up today's show with more solution-like songs. This song is called Oh, That Dark Night. Oh, that dark night that consumed my life, overwhelmed my sight, robbed my delight with sleepless nights. No place to run, no place to hide. There was no fun, but I wasn't the only one. Oh, that dark night that consumed my life, overwhelmed my sight, robbed my delight with sleepless nights. Unsure what's to come, I limped on up the road that had no signs, with a blank stare in my mind. Oh, that dark night that consumed my life, overwhelmed my sight, robbed my delight with sleepless nights. I held my breath, I held my nose, tried to close my eyes, but I couldn't live the lie. Oh, that dark night that consumed my life, overwhelmed my sight, robbed my delight with sleepless nights. I still had my voice, so I sang my song. I freed my heart, then I freed my mind. Oh, that dark night that consumed my life, that robbed my delight with sleepless nights. I lost my fear and found my love. It brought me through, it brought me here. Oh, that dark night showed me the light, gave me my life, wrote me these rhymes, played me these chimes. Oh, that dark night. Well, after we've gone round and round in our heads for a long time with the same thoughts circling around, hopefully through some meditation and being creative, it can gradually dissipate. One of the things I do is I go to this place that I call my garden of creativity, which is up in my attic and hot in the summer and cold in the winter. But I kind of have the same place that I'll sit and either write poems or a different space that I write songs. And then I have the computer in a different space where I'm recording things and editing. So that's what I call my little garden. If you can find your little space and make it your garden where you're creative, that might be one of the best ways to pull yourself out of that spiral of Papancha. This song is called There's a Garden Where I Go. There's a garden where I go, a quiet refuge where love can grow. She'll take my hand and then it flows. Where she'll take me I never know, but I ride her gentle waves as she takes me through the caves, and she points the way to love that's there for everyone. There's a garden, won't you come? Take a walk with the sun. You'll feel their warmth as you play. Bathe in her grace, flower every day. And we ride her gentle waves as she takes us through the caves, and she points the way to love that's there for everyone. Lift up your light to shine through the night. The garden's your friend, she'll be there to the end. Lift up your light to shine through the night. The garden's your friend, she'll be there to the end. Well, I've got time for one more song today that's connected to this theme of Papancha's curse, and it's called Nature Teaches. And I'm sure the Buddhists would agree with me and many other people that nature can be one of our best teachers. certainly one of our best healers. Maybe for all that anxiety that we might carry around sometimes, just a walk in the woods, maybe just sitting by a riverbank, might be just the thing to get back to experiencing a much calmer life. This is called Nature Teaches.
Nature teaches us to beware, to take our time, to love and care, to feel the glow that helps us grow, to see the beauty and behold her mountains sing, her oceans crash, with deserts dry and forests wet. We can't deny that light and shade give us new breath to find new ways. May never know all there is, but when we seek, sweet nature sings. So let us take this moment now to listen close, to hear the sound, to prize the beauty within the song, to join in voice, to sing along. Nature teaches, so bold at class, her lessons are taught everywhere. Keep eyes wide open and you will see the teacher loves you, it's pretty clear. Nature's gifted you her song, and now it's time to sing along.
Well, that's it for this week's Fresh Toones Show, and I hope you learned a lot about the concept of Papancha. Have a great week, have fun, be creative, and don't get disrupted by Papancha. Bye now.